one last short introduction. Instead of doing that, I am going to tell you all a quick, far less entertaining story, but first, I'm going to need Beverly Swanson to step on stage and join me. At the beginning of this semester, I was sent several emails filled with documents that I would need as Kaucher Fellow. One of the documents was a script for tonight's event so that I would know what I was saying, when I was saying it, and so that I wouldn't hijack the event. Sorry, Bev. The part of the script that I am now currently supposed to be on states that I'm supposed to make a simple, flattering introduction for Bev using, and I quote, as many flattering adjectives as you think you need. I consider myself a good student and an excellent writer. Modesty is also one of my better qualities. Even with all of this, I wasn't sure that I would be able to adequately describe how amazing I think Beverly Swanson is, and how grateful I am. For all the opportunities she has afforded me, at least not by myself. So at the beginning of this semester, I reached out to past students, finalists, and fellows the best way I knew how, Facebook. So I'd like to apologize to all of you who didn't know that this was happening and would have wanted to be a part of it. But I encourage you to later join the Beverly Swanson Appreciation Project that I started this semester. Beverly Swanson has been teaching at San Jose State University for more than 20 years. And here in my hand is a collection of letters from past students, past fellows, and past finalists. I would like to share with you some of their words. You found strengths in me that were dormant. You supported me in accessing a deeper appreciation for the arts. You have been a true friend. There is no other professor at San Jose State that I have had the honor of being so close to. I truly appreciate everything you have helped me out with to not only become a better student, but a better person as well. Thank you for being an amazing professor and for showing hundreds of students the joys of theater and acting.
Jerry, will you come hold me up?
I can't thank you enough for making my time at SJSU so special. It was an honor and a privilege to learn from you and be friends with you during my tenure at SJSU. May you continue to inspire and grace the future students who have no idea how fortunate they are to have you as their teacher, with your wisdom, vast knowledge, and killer sense of fashion.
Extra credit.
The talent you have shared and will continue to share is endless. Like so many of your students, I have become a better artist and person because of your amazing talent, skill, guidance, and kindness. Thank you for letting us find our voice, our method, our heart in expressing and sharing stories and literary pieces. Thank you for helping me get back what one of my elementary school teachers took away. Words cannot express the gratitude I feel for you and all that you have done for me, and the awe I feel for what you do for students every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, 1,000 times, Beverly Swanson, the woman who needs no adjectives, but certainly deserves them all.
I'm out here to present a few awards, and I won't keep you long. I know you want to be clubbing by 10. So I won't keep you long, but certainly a mention about the two names here, Kaucher and Mitchell, and that it's actually the 115th event is a pretty amazing thing, if you will. Up until just about 6 or 7 years ago, I think, Betty, Noreen Mitchell was here every year, every semester for what became the Kaucher-Mitchell event. But this event started out in the 1950s when Dr. Dorothy Kaucher headed the areas of oral and terp, and then it was radio announcing. And she established the Kaucher Contest for excellence in oral interpretation. And it was a sleepy little event that took place in the afternoons, and there were generally 5 finalists, and then a winner was chosen. And I think in those days there was a $50 award, which was quite substantial in the 1950s. And this went on for a number of years. And when Dr. Kaucher left the university, Noreen LaBarge Mitchell was hired, and she took over the areas of oral interpretation, adding storytelling to the mix. And she did this for a number of years until she retired in the late 1980s. Well, I studied under Noreen LaBarge Mitchell. If you like what you see, thank Noreen, because I really stole everything that I do in the classroom from her. I tell you, I teach you to lie, cheat, and steal, and I'm the best. I took it all from her, and I'm very fortunate that I was hired to come in after Noreen left, Professor Emeritus, and Betty and I were always very close to Noreen. That's Elizabeth Poindexter, who is here tonight, and one of our judges. And yes. Really quickly, when I say Noreen with a lot of respect, because when you were cast in a Reader's Theater show with Noreen or worked with her character closely, she always asked you to call her Noreen. It was kind of hard to get over the Mrs. Mitchell, but she was just a stunning lady. But she was here for all of the contests until about 6 or 7 years ago when we left her. And she did become ill and was in a nursing home, and Betty and I would go back and forth and meet up and go visit her because it was up the peninsula somewhere. And every once in a while I couldn't go, so Betty would go, or she couldn't go, so I would go. And one day I was around the house and telling Mark, well, you know, I kind of didn't want to go. I was pulling one of those, I want to remember her from when, you know. And I'm married to the best man on the face of the planet, of course. And he says to me, he says, Bev, it's not about you, it's about Noreen. Absolutely. And I said, well, Betty and I have been there, and I'm running out of things to talk about. Bev, take your oral interp book. So I take my oral interp book, and of course, I read for Noreen some of her favorite things. I interpret the piece that won me the Kaucher Contest Award, and then I tried out a few new things. And she critiqued me. So that was Noreen. And so that's a little history of the event. There's a little more in your program, and I hope you will read it. But now, since we just love Erica so much, and I thought she just did such a fabulous job, and love that story, Kate, I need somebody to come out here and help me award Erica her fellowship. A few years after I came in, Betty and I lobbied the faculty and added Mitchell to the Kaucher-Mitchell event for excellence in oral interpretation. So that's been for about 10 years now. But I would like to introduce right now last semester's Kaucher Fellow, and that would be Jerry Gray. Of presenting this. Jerry did a fabulous job last semester as the Kaucher Fellow, and she won the Kaucher Mitchell 2 semesters before that, I believe, with a piece called The Flood, and has TA'd with me in classes and coached students and everything, and Erica kind of shadowed her coming in to the fellowship, and I guess you want to invite Erica to the stage?
Can I say?
Yes, you may.
Well, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce a young woman who is majoring in business administration. She's specializing in human resources. She's doing all these fabulous things, but what she's really great at is inspiring. She's really great at mentoring. And Bev says that she shadowed with me, but last semester when I didn't quite know my way, Erica was always there to support me. And it is my great honor to introduce to you the Fall 2011 Kaucher Fellow, Erica Kavanaugh-Stein.
Erica receives a plaque with lime. I couldn't manage the pink, but we got the lime, Erica.
I'll accept it.
And the fellowship comes with an award of $500.
Which I will definitely accept. The really loud cheering, that was my parents thinking that I would pay for my own classes next semester.
We already started. Yeah. Okay.
Jerry?
Thank you very much. Now, Eric and I have a little bit of business to take care of here. We have thanked, I hope, KSJS, haven't we?
Yes.
Ramon, former finalist. Former fellow and a former finalist doing the job for us on KSJS. And if you are here, if you're here, aren't you? Could I have all the former finalists and fellows and winners stand up, please? Stand up. Stand up. And today, it's fabulous. Some years they judge, some years they anchor with KSJS, some years they pour champagne and work off hospitality, some years they're timers, some years they're judges, and this year a number of them got to sit back, relax, and enjoy the event. Also, I want to thank Barnaby Dallas for really stepping forward, yes. There he is, in the department, and actually giving the Kaucher Mitchell event the stature that it so deserves, and actually giving us a staff and an event coordinator, and nobody's better than Kelly Lahane. I really appreciate that, and Eric and I are going to recognize each of our finalists now, and I get the cheat sheet, you guys. I won't let you have one, but you know I get one. And I just thought they all, I've got to say, it's like Noreen always used to say, in my book, they're all winners. And I thought they all did just a fabulous job. Welcome each of them to the stage. Derek Long. DJ Balua. Cynthia Espinoza. Okay. Maimona Afzal. Natalie Tu. I did mean to mention that for the years that Mrs. Mitchell, Noreen, taught here, every semester when she held the event, she would always write a note to Dr. Kaucher and send a program and tell her something about the winner. And I'm convinced that that's why, upon Dr. Kaucher's death, we received such a generous endowment, at which time Noreen set up the Kaucher Fellowship. So that's where the money comes from the fellowship, to keep the students happy, I guess. But before I announce tonight's winners, and I do have that, I have one other recognition that I need to make. And this is something I started a few years ago. I have certain students, actually one year I actually gave it to my daughter because she's only been doing hospitality for this event since she was 10 years old. So that might sound self-serving, but that's like 17 years she's been helping me with this event. And last semester to Erica Kavanaugh-Stein for sitting in on classes, for TAing, for coaching all y'all without any credit. She does not take class credit or extra credit. She's been in our classes all semester. And one year to Ramon Johnson for his outstanding contribution to this event. And before I had a wonderful Barnaby and actually raising this event to the stature it should be, it was all volunteers running around, run up to my office and get this, go get this, go. We didn't have a stage manager, we didn't have a lighting person, we didn't have that luxury. And about 4 or 5 years ago, you know, we would just get, I would tell the Kaucher fellow, get me ushers. And there's a gal who had been ushering for a number of semesters, and I didn't even necessarily know all the students who came in to be soldiers and help us put the event together. I just knew that my Kaucher fellow arranged it for me. And I finally met this young lady a couple of years ago, and she said, my name's Kelly Lahane. And she said, and I've been ushering and working for your event for about 3 years, and I want to know if I can help you again. And I went, well, yeah, what do you want, you know? And then she got hooked up with Barnaby, and we actually got to have a real stage manager, and she's been managing our event for about 3 years now, and just doing this out of the love, and she started doing it just being an usher. I just want to be a part of the event, and the contribution to the Kaucher Mitchell this semester goes to Kelly Lane. Will assist Kelly up the stairs, please. She's going to... Pricewaterhouse has tabulated the results. And, well, we have a couple of interesting things. Every once in a while we have something interesting in this event. One year we had a tie. We have different things that take place. Dane Lentz knows this very well. And, what, about 5 years ago, Dane?
Yes.
Yeah, I caught Dane before we went back into the theater. The contestants have to have at least 5 minutes. And the contestants cannot hit the 8-minute mark. And I caught Dane and I said, Dane, you came in at 4:59. And we were pretty much heartbroken. And I'm sorry to say that the judges were not able to consider one of the contestants tonight. Joe Barada went overtime. But I think we'd like to give him a big round of applause. One other time, and so I come prepared. A few years ago, the judges asked if we had anything, if they were allowed honorable mention, And so now I always come prepared, but interestingly enough, you're going to have to hold this together until I get another one to you on Tuesday, because we have 2 honorable mentions tonight. And I would like they're in the category of storytelling, and I would like them to come up to the stage, and that would be my Mona Asphalt and Natalie too. Tonight, and then I'll get another. Well, actually, I should take it so I can get your name in there and bring another one back on Tuesday. So you can share it for right now. Okay, and we need, we're going to do this. You can stay here with us if you want. We're going to do the Storytelling Award now, and by all rights, Jason Kaucher should be giving this award because he won it last semester. But we have a little conflict of interest when they're entering again, even though we already have the results, so he gets to give it another semester. So here to present the Storytelling Award, please welcome former fellow Katie Seisel. Which one says storytelling? Okay. So, I would like to, I guess I have to announce our winner, don't I? Did you peek?
Yes. I didn't say anything.
This semester's Storytelling Award goes to Cynthia and tonight's winning oral interpretation award goes to Jason Kaucher.
What a great night.